Yeah,
Yes,
yeah. My name is Vinay, and I,
your voice is
so
very low. Can you speak louder?
so this is Suresh. I am working on variety tools. So I just want to migrate from variety tools. Can you hear me now?
Boss, your voice is very low. Can you take a mic closer?
Hello.
Yes,
This is Suresh.
we can't hear you. No problem. Just check your mic once. So whatever doubts or questions are there, I'll going to give you some time end of the class. So you can ask your doubts or question. So after the class, okay? Or just drop me a message, whatever the concern, doubts you have. I'm going to answer all your questions once this class is complete. Okay. So this class is divided into two modules. I mean, this demo, Azure VI demo. We have divided into two modules. Today, I'm just going to give you overview. That is a part A, which is overview about Azure VI and your data factory. Okay, and other services. In a part B, that is in the second demo, whatever we discuss the overview, we are going to see practically practically the concept. Okay, whatever we are going to see the overview, that practically I'm going to show you how to develop in Azure portal in a free account. Okay, one complete requirement we'll see. All right. So I hope everyone here is for Azure Cloud, Azure Cloud, Azure BI, Azure Data Factory, Azure Data Engineer process, or a BI process, BI development. So people who are looking any other tool, let me know so that I can guide you. Okay, because we have multiple tools in a market. So accordingly, we have planned the other classes. So MSBI is going to take by Balaji sir, Power BI is going to take by Vinay sir, and myself, Pavan, I'm going to take complete your Azure BI process, which included the key role of your is data factory. About my background, I have 10 plus years of experience, okay, in the BI process. So I work in MSBI, SQL, Power BI, and I'm working on a project called Azure BI right now. My complete background is Microsoft process, Microsoft tools. Okay. So mostly I'm handling the ETL modules, whether it is your SSIS, your Informatica, Data Stage, your Oracle, ODI, or your Data Factory. Okay. Currently, the ETL is in the cloud. That is your Data Factory. So no physical tools are required. We are working in a cloud itself. What is cloud? What are the cloud providers? The vendors? We'll discuss that. So I worked with the multiple companies. I worked for Wipro. I worked for IBM. And currently I'm working for one of the company called Digitron. Earlier, this company was IMI Mobiles. Okay. So we will handling the telecommunication projects. So this company was purchased the cloud platform by Cisco company. And then we have another part called Digitron. Okay.
Yeah, okay.
So here I'm working on multiple projects. One is on premises, and other one is cloud. And here I'm working on telecommunication project as a team lead and assistant manager. So what is that I'm going to do? I'm going to show you later. These all details. Okay, I'm a currently working employee. I mostly work, my shift will be a level 2, 5 p.m. Okay, that is also whenever it requirement comes, I'm going to work. So we have divided into 2 teams where we have almost 8 members. One team is handling on premises, completely on BI process. Okay, completely on BI. So like this, we have multiple application companies. So if you're working for IBM, if you're working for Infosys, they have multiple applications. In the multiple application, you are the one of the role. You are the one of the person who working for ETL. Like this, ETL developer have multiple applications who can work on ETL, who can work on ETL platform. In companies, not only just you are working, we have multiple applications. The people are working on that role. Okay. All right. So before starting this Azure, so for this prerequisite, basic prerequisite, not only I'm talking about the Azure BI, any BI, any BI process. So in BI means you may get any sort of tool. It may be MSBI, it may be a Power BI, and again in Power BI, I have different modules, SSIS, SSRS, right? SSRS, SSES, Tableau, ClickView, Informatica, Data Stage, right? And ODI, and multiple tools we have. Multiple tools we have. Why only we are going for Azure BI? So there are many advantages than your on-premises in terms of the management, in terms of managing, in terms of tools purchasing. In on-premises, physically you require the softwares, physically you require the systems, right? But in cloud, we are avoiding all those stuff. Maintenance, management, physical tools, physical infrastructure, or data centers. These all are avoiding in on-premises. And all these are options are given in cloud. So we are we are making a cost cutting of infrastructure. And same thing, we are planning to add more resources to work on Azure. So in Azure, we have different services. We have different services, we call it services or resources. What is the services resources? It may be anything. So before going to services and resources, we will talk about the BA process. Anyone know what is BA? What is a BA? Anyone know? Or process? Why we companies are required BA developers? Anyone know that? And these BI developer are like evergreen jobs, evergreen jobs. It is not like a market based. Today market is software is there, tomorrow is not there. It is not like that. Wherever the business is there, wherever the company is starting a business, we require BI developers. That is for sure. But anyone know what is a BI developer or BI process? Anyone here who can tell me what is BA and what is the role of the BA? I hope you people have been done some sort of R&D. So definitely I'm going to help you in this session. It will be more interacting. So interesting it will be there in the sessions, and tomorrow same thing I'm going to explain you practically so that it will be more, you can easily understand that. Srinivas, you're saying something?
No, I'm not. I'm good.
All right. So, okay. So guys, please mute your mics. If any doubts are there, you can ask me questions once the class is complete. Okay, I'll give you some time. All right. So before going to this BI process, we will understand one basic thing. I'm not going to take you multiple technical terminologies today. We'll understand the process, why BI developers are required in a company, why they are hiring this much of people. Definitely Microsoft and other companies are given different tools. In IBM also is given some Cognos is a reporting tool, and multiple tools we have, etc. What these tools are going to help to the business? See, we are learning here is like tool. We are learning these all are tools, develop tools. We are just learning how to use this tool to help the business, to help the company in a BI process. You are not going to develop the tool. You are already developed tool you are working at. Remember this point. So you are developing on an existing tool that helps the business in terms of understanding the process, in terms of understanding the business high and down. If I am starting my business, let's suppose I'm starting a DMart. I'm investing a lot of money in the DMart. I started in Hyderabad location. I invested a lot of money. I bring a lot of products and I started the business. As invested money, I'm a owner. What I want end of the day? End of the day, I want is what is the sales? End of the day is what I'll see. Whatever I started business is the business is getting generating the revenue. Is the public is coming to the DMart, purchasing the products, whatever the product it is, a supply chain product, or whatever it is. Okay, whether it is a supply chain or whether it is the inventory or whether it is a stock, whatever the applications, different applications you have, or order to cash, OT, order to cash, or multiple applications. These are the different applications in the company. Generally, like I'm just saying that, like this, you have multiple applications on particular project. So people are required developers, Azure developer here, people are required ETL developer here, people are required ETL developer here. These are the different applications in a company. So you are working on one of the project, in that you have multiple applications, multiple things. You are not only the person who working the entire thing of ETL development, Azure development in this particular project. Remember this point. So multiple multiple locations you have on different projects. So end of the day, what I see is how much revenue I'm generating, whether I'm getting some profits or whether I'm getting some loss. Okay. Based on that, I'm going to take the decision. See, this is very important. Decisions. taking decisions, what required, taking the business decisions, whether I want to continue in another location, whether I want to increase the supply chain, whether I increase to stock, what I required. I need to take the decisions. How you going to get a decisions? How to take the decisions? Because once you have some data, then only you'll take the decision, right? So it required a proper reports. They required decisions to take the decisions on profit or loss or uh, to make some other in locations. I need to take decisions. Before going to decisions, what I required is I required some report, some data. Okay, I required some data in a report. And how the report is going to generate? The report may be a different, the report having a different views, different visualizations, different graphs, different graphs, different views, and how this they are generating, from where they are generating. They may be generating from databases, they may be generating from files, they may be generating from the Excel or whatever it is. To take the decisions, they require some information, that is nothing but the data information, and that information they're going to show in the reports, right? To take the decision, they required information are going to get it from reports, and it having a different views, graphs, and the data that you're going to get to generate that graphs, definitely you require data. It's going to get from DB files, Excel, databases, data lake, data warehouse, whatever it is, some source of this one, some sources, and that source also having different format data, different format. It may be a structured format, it may be a semi-structure, it may be unstructured. It may be a JSON file, it may be a Parquet file, it may be a database, it may be a just file. If I give this file to the user owner, he may not understand. He will not understand. If I directly give this format to the users, they cannot understand this information. So as a ETL developers, as Azure developers, you only working on the data. That is what we are calling as data engineer. We only working on data, whether it's a structured data, whether it's a semi-structured or unstructured. This data we are making, or we are trying to make into a proper information, and that information use for making a decisions, business decisions. So any company they start, whatever the business they start, so who can do this one? Only the BA developers. Only the BA developers. So BA developer may use any platform, whether it is Azure platform, whether they use MSBI platform, they use a Power BI platform, they use a Cognos platform, or any other platform they use to design, to get this proper information. So that is what we are working here. Okay, that is what we are planning here. Let's take example, same in a graph way. So what we are doing, as whenever you go to DMart, okay, what you see there, definitely you will see one system when you do some billings, right? There will be a billing system that may be developed, that application may be developed in Java, .NET, C#, whatever it is language they use. As a customer, what we generally do, we visit to the what store, and we try to purchase some products, right? And the moment you purchase the product, they will do some barcode. They have a systems. They will put some barcode and they will insert some data. So barcode is nothing but on a product, each you have a barcode, or they will put entry in the system like product details or product category or price discount amount, or sales amount. These are all they will capture. Why they will capture in a system? Or if you have a more transactions, they will use a different platform again. What is that platform? The moment you submit, this information will go in the some live storages. The moment you submit, it may store in the files, it may store in the databases, it may store in Azure cloud, it may store in other clouds, it may use the data lake, it may use the data warehouse, or it may use some databases or other stuff. These are the one of the storages. Files also it may use JSON file, Arcade file, Excel file, okay, tab separated value, whatever it is. So this is we call here as live storage, OLTP storage. Why we are calling OLTP storage? Because online transactions processing is happening. Online transactions are happening here. So when online transactions are happening, if you remember if you take some 15 to 20 years back, when you go to the bank, what you see if somebody deposited or somebody credited some amount into your account, how you going to know where we don't have some net banking that time, some 20 years back. So you take a passbook with you and you'll visit to the bank and make sure that the passbook is having some entry. So with that entry information, you will understand. Okay, it was withdraw or it is a deposited or you got amount, right? Or other way is like you go to the ATM card, ATM machine and you'll see this entries. Mostly ATM machine will not show the transactions. ATM machine will just withdraw the amount. But to get these entries, we don't have that option that time. We have an option, but you need to get those entry in the passbook. How you'll get next day? Today you did a transaction, so that entry will come in the next day. So after 5 p.m. they will go and they'll update in the this one in the storages. The same way, our process is same process. Our process is the same thing. Instead of that time we are doing, now we are doing live storage. Immediately it is affecting to your account. So what we are doing immediately or day -1 data, we are extracting it. The moment it process by connecting some ETL tools. Okay. See, I cannot directly generate the data. If this data is coming, like files are coming, with data is coming India region here, some DB data, database storing some USA data like storing some UK data, Excel they are storing some Canada data. If my users is asked, my business team is asking me, please share by the country wise sales. If they're asking me data, they just want to see high level information, country wise sales and counts. How can I share to them? Because it is not in one DB, it is not in one file, they are all data. The data is in different locations, different sources system. These are the sources systems. It is not in the one system. It having a multiple locations, multiple different systems we have. So to make easy way, we required ETL developers, whether it is SSIS, whether it is a data factory in a cloud. So these developers will make the process easy. They will extract the data, whatever the format it is. They will apply some logics, that is nothing but transformations, and they'll load the data wherever they required. So we want to load on daily basis in one data warehouse. So we're going to connect one more ETL. We are going to connect one more ETL and we're going to load this data on a daily basis in your data warehouse systems or databases systems where we can store a structured data and historical data. And from there, if whatever the reporting peoples are there, whether it is a SSRS developer, whether it is a Power BI developer, they will come in the last. If you don't have data, these people will not work anything. They don't have any other job. With these people, nothing work they have until unless you get the data or other tools. So what these people they do? They'll simply extract this data from the systems and they will share this report. But here there is a historical data. So these people are not required any transaction. They never see on transactions wise which transaction purchased by who. They always see high level information, country wise sales, product wise sales. Like this, they see the high level information. Okay, the users, end users, business owners. So to make it easy, what again I'm going to do as a ETL developer, I will make this data into summarized way, or I'll make this data into summarized way, summarized easy way, so that you will save Power BI or any report developers. They will save their time because what happened the moment he open the reports, backend the query will fire you and it will get response back, and that response back it will share to you. So they will not wait this much of time. So they want quick data, summary data, aggregate data. So quickly they can get the reporting from here instead of here. Again, we required ETL developer. Or some companies like Wells Fargo, JP Morgan, they maintain data marts. They will maintain the data mart separately. The location wise, country wise, project wise, they will maintain the data marts. This is also database. To easily work on USA data, India region data, UK data, okay, or India region data, they will maintain separately. Again, to process this data, either you require again ETL development. ETL development is required again here also. Or as I said, Wells Fargo, JP Morgan, Henkel company, which I worked in IBM. So that is one of the company who provide the uh, business scale like products, laundry products, beauty care products. Those company have inventories. So they will help you. So they have a lot of work to them. They want to analyze in different way of angles. They'll use a cubes, SSAS analysis. Nowadays we have data warehouse, we have Synapse analytics. Again, here also to load the data, we required what we required? ETL development. To load the data also here also we require ETL development. And you can think here how many ways you are working in different angles, or how much job or how much work ETL developer having than the Power BI or then the reporting developers. So this is the to deliver this data to the end user, this process we required, be a end-to-end process. Then only we can share our reports. You are not only just dependent on this report developer, they require this entire process. So this entire process we call in here as BA end-to-end process, where it is involved BI developers, report developers, and other developers. So this is completely for on-premises base. This is completely for on-premises based. Now Microsoft release, see, to purchase this license, SQL Server license, database license, or tools is very costly. System, physical system, operating system is required. Okay, Windows license are required. Okay, database storages are required. Data centers are required. Centers are required. If you have a 500 GB of data, if you want to change into 1 TB of data, it is not possible in real time. It is possible, but it is a lot of things are there. Lot of drawbacks will come. Lot of drawbacks will come. System will support or not, we don't know. Even if you take your local system also, if you try to increase the memory or data, there may be a chance of your system is completely going stuck, or it may be a performance issues, degradations issues. We are not sure, and multiple approvals are required. Lot of things. Otherwise, in the 500 GB only, that data you have to move somewhere, or you have to delete the data. Then you're going to get some space released. Okay, so Microsoft, what they release is they release one platform. They release one platform. The platform name they are calling it as, or they are just release the one store. One store. What is that store? That store is a one store. How you have a store like Amazon, Flipkart, Mintra, okay, Snapdeal, or this Meesho. What you do there? You purchase some products. You order some products there. The same way, Microsoft release one more store, a cloud platform, where for a users can purchase any sort of products. Products means not a clothing, not a gadget projects. Products means the project related products, like your SQL server, like your databases, like your ETL tools, like your SQL machine systems, and different products you can purchase. Instead of purchasing a license, it is very costly. Database, if you go and purchase, it is very costly license. What Microsoft saying? You no need to purchase any license. We are going to help you in a rental way. In a rental way. Like how you stay in the rent house. If you're going some other location, you are not going to purchase a home there. You're going to stay, if you're going to Bangalore, you will stay some particular time in a rent house, in a hotels. How much time you stay, you have to pay that much amount. The same way, in a cloud also, they introduce a cloud with a name called Azure platform. With the name store they are given is Azure, and you purchase the product whatever you want. You want database, purchase database. You want an ETL, purchase ETL. You want other storages, purchase the storage. And whenever you want to increase the storage, you can increase the storage. You want machine, you purchase a machine. Whatever you want, you purchase from here. Whatever the databases you want, purchase, and you pay only in the rental way. How much you are using, and pay as per you use. Pay as per you use. They are going to provide you different platforms again in the Azure. So this is the Azure cloud. Like this, we have different vendors. Microsoft have Azure. Okay. Your Google have GCP, and your Amazon have some web services, Amazon Web Services, and you have IBM Cloud and other clouds. But right now the booming is Amazon and Azure. These three platforms. And these three platforms also they are providing into a different modules. Like generally when you go purchase a Flipkart in the Flipkart or Amazon, in the what you see the categorizations, right? Clothing separately, or gadget separately, food separately. Here also we have three platforms: infrastructure as a service, platform as a service, software as a service. These are the three platforms are they are dividing, because see, system what it comes, physical involvement, right? Infrastructure, databases, physically you need to maintain, because you declare as 500 GB, you need to increase 1 TB, easily you can increase. Infrastructure, that is service. Some softwares are there. Software SQL Server database is required. Platform as a service, which is already developed. Like let example your Gmail, you are not going to develop on top of that. That comes as a software as a service. Like this, multiple services are there. So these are divided into multiple services. These all are services. These all are topics that we are going to discuss in our regular class. These are the topics that we are going to discuss on a regular class. And these are the different services like data factory, Power Query, storages, data lake, data like analytics, Synapse Analytics, Key Wallet, Azure Synapse, or Logic App, Provider. These all are the services which Microsoft providing. So here also you don't require the complete process. The same process we are set up in the cloud. So to set up this in the cloud, you require only three things to start with the cloud. To start with the cloud, we required, see, there are different type of cloud again that I'm going to show you in the next session. There are three type of cloud basically: public, public, private, which come in the companies we use, and other one is hybrid. What are the different ways? Your public clouds are like your IBM cloud, or your GCP, or your AWS, or your Azure. These all are public clouds. Private cloud is within the company organizations who work on within the VPN networks for them. And this is a combination of public and private. Okay, this is a combination of public and private. Okay. So to start with this process, to develop this entire process, what we required? We required basically some cloud platform. To start with Azure, we required only three things. One system is required, account is required, other one is internet is required. You required one laptop, system, and you required some accounts. That account is maybe your any type of account. You have different type of accounts: free account, pay as you go account, or student account. If you want free account, go with a free account. Okay. If you want to pay on monthly basis, go with monthly basis. Or you have a student account. How to create? Going further, we'll see that. I'm going to show you. And one internet is required which help you to connect, because your entire project, this entire project, you will be working under the cloud platform. You will be working under the cloud platform. So there are two portals: azure.com, where you can create account, and the below you want to work, you completely working on portal.azure.com. Just add portal. So when you go here, this is my azure.com. So this is the place where you can create free accounts. Get started with account. What type of account you want to create? Free account or a pay as you account or billing, like how you have a subscription, Amazon subscription, Netflix. How much time you pay, you have to be stay in that portal. Same way here also. But Microsoft giving you for a free account $200. Why they are giving you $200? If you go to Amazon, if you go to the Flipkart, Myntra, what you do, you purchase product, right? To purchase the product, what you require? You require some amount. Here also to purchase the SQL server, to purchase the ETL tools, to purchase the data centers, to purchase the database, you required money. So that Microsoft giving you around 16,000 credits in INR, or almost $200. With that, you can purchase the whatever project you required, whatever the services you require, whatever the tools are required to start your project. So companies always go with monthly billing, yearly billing, quarterly billing, like that. How to create? Going for the we'll see. So once you create it, you can just log into portal.azure.com. So this is a place where we develop our projects. Entire thing is in the portal only. No physical tool is required. Okay. Completely, we will be working under portal. There are different services. Different services, database, data factory, ETL, or subscription, storages, everything here. We have a Google Drive. Google Drive, Google people give you up to 15 GB. That same way like shared folders, shared drive, storages account. So these are all we are going to cover in our regular classes. These are all topics that we are going to cover in our regular classes. Each different topics we have. So to develop this project, we required the account, simple account. You're not required in on-premise to develop. So to develop this one, we simply required a cloud platform. Okay. So I'm going to show you practically in the coming class, in the next session. Okay. So you can see the picture which I have shown you here, the picture which I discussed here. Practically, if you see to the users, we'll explain to this process. If a owner comes, if a users come, I cannot explain this picture to them. I have to show some 3D, I have to show some graphical way to them to make understand what we require for a business. We require some storages, we require some ETL to process proper data and storing back in the different storages. Then reports will generate. It will refresh every day and display multiple gadgets. The same picture as a practically. This is the explanation. This is the high level. And technically, now we'll come here. What we require. To start, this is your application. Application to storages. We are picking the data. Even the application can be stored in on-premises also. It is not always the cloud. On-premises also. If you're on-premises, to pick the data and both data, we will be loading back to the database. From there, the reporting will start. Okay. So this picture practically we'll see in Azure Cloud. I am going to show you the development practically in the next class. Okay. Any questions, any doubts here so far, guys?